हम लोगों को जरा तकलीफ हो रही, समझो, मुश्किल कुछ भी अकेले रहते रहते जरा। करीब में हम लोगों के लिए है, अब क्या है कि लोग भी चेंज करते बोल रहे मेरे लिए। है जॉब। तो भी अपन घर में रहे, सो बात अलग होती है, हम लोग रात में अकेले रहते हैं। अब आदत हो गई, लेकिन जरा बाहर नहीं जाते, समझो, ज्यादा घर में ही रहते। कुछ भी ला लेना करना, भाई को बोलती हूँ कुछ, थोड़ा बहुत मैं भी ला लेती हूँ सामान। चावल और आटा ये ला के देते हो ना? नहीं, ला के देते बोले तो लगा भी कुछ भी थोड़ा बहुत मैं ला लेती हूँ, गाड़ी चला लेती हूँ ना, ला लेती हूँ मैं ला लेती हूँ, कहीं जाना है तो जाती हूँ। अब उन्होंने भी, अब उनकी लाइफ में उन्होंने बिजी है, तो भी आते आते लेके आओ बोले तो कुछ भी ला के देते। दवाइयाँ तो उन्होंने लाते, कुछ भी अगर कुछ जरूरत है तो फोन करे तो ला के देते। मैं जॉब करते वक्त नहीं बोलती थी उसको, डेली कभी 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 कुछ ला लेती थी। हाँ, आते आते ला लेती थी। अब जरा ये वायरस के जब से ला के दे रहे, ऑनलाइन भी मंगाई थी, अब कुछ ला हम्म, तबीयत वही खराब हुई तभी उन्हें यूसुफ लेके जाते, लेकिन उनको
मैडम
भी
आपका माइक ऑन है, आप जो भी फोन पे बात कर रहे हो हम सब सुन रहे हैं।
इनका घर में कैसा कर ऑलरेडी दुनिया के टेंशन है, करना नहीं तो नहीं करना, टेंशन देते बहुत। हम्म, कब बदलते कि क्या है क्यों ना। हम्म, मैं मिलने
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So today we are going to discuss about the Unit 5, Unit 4, Coelom. As we have done with the Unit 1 part with the taxonomy and classifications in the last class. So today we are discussing about the coelom. So this Animalia, whatever the kingdom we are discussing, this is made of multicellular. So when we consider into these parts of organization, how it has happened, the levels of organization will be on the basis of cellular level. Then we see the tissue level of organization. So in cellular level, where we will find in the invertebrates, that is amoeba and porifera. Single-celled animal, amoeba and the porifera. Then onwards, we see the cellular levels has been formed into tissue. So the tissue, organ and organ systems, here we are showing. From here, we see the basis of classification has been done on the basis of symmetry also. That is radial and bilateral symmetry. And the next important thing, what we see is the body cavity or the coelom. On the basis of this, whatever the study we are doing about the invertebrates and vertebrates, it has been done. Is it the voice is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the radial symmetry will be of coelenterata and ctenophora. The coelentrates we see like the animals like Aurelia, jellyfish, which we see in the oceans, that shows the umbrella-like form with the four arms, that shows the radial symmetry. And so ctenophora, cnidarians, they are showing the radial symmetry. And from there onwards, we see the bilateral symmetry. And bilateral symmetrical animals, we also see the formation of coelom. And in that coelom, we find the coelom also of different types. Like platyhelminthes, there is body cavity is there, but it is filled with the tissue. So in platyhelminthes, we'll call that as a body cavity a coelom, because even though the coelom is formed, that is filled with the tissue, so we are calling them platyhelminthes are having acoelomates. And as coming to the next nematihelminthes, that is ascihelminthes, anything we can call, we see the false coelom. Means the coelom is not formed properly. So pseudocoelomates, ascihelminthes. Then comes the true coelomates, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata, Hemichordata, and Chordata. So this is the one, true coelomates. So coming to the division when we write, coelom means fluid-filled cavity between body wall and digestive tube, covered on both the sides of outer and inner layers by embryonic mesoderm. So that particular part is called as an coelom. And when we see the triploblastic animals are possessing this particular coelom cavity formation. So acoelomates, pseudocoelomates, and coelomates. In the coelomates also, true coelomates also, we see two differences. That is enterocoelom and the schizocoelomates. Coming to the acoelomate, no central body cavity is seen. So this is the diagram. It has been showing the without any coelom formation in the things. Next one is the pseudocoelom. It is also coelom derived from the endoderm plus mesoderm, and it is, we are not considering it as a true coelom. Next comes the true coelom, that eucoelomates, coelom lined with the mesoderm. So this diagram is helping us to see the things, how the coelom is formed. So we said that true coelom is of two types. True coelom is of two types. First, have you opened your books in 95 page? Do you have book in front of you? Yes. 95 page. So in the 95 page, we also come across the appearance and development of mesoderm of multicellular animals. Everything is given in detail about that introduction with the 3 germ layers. Everything see in your book also. So here also you can underline the mesodermal layer always present between outer ectoderm and inner mesoderm. Mute yourself. Check and mute yourself.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Madam, this is Pradeep Kumar, madam. I am the student of Zoology Department, madam. Can you listen to me, madam?
What?
Can you listen to me, madam?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, madam. Thank you. If I have doubt, I will discuss with you, madam.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, madam.
You have the book in front of you?
Oh, yes, madam. I have book in front of me, sir.
Yeah. So 95 page, we see the definition. Coelom is defined as a cavity that arises within the endomesoderm. So if you have along with the slide share, if you look into your book also, you will get some idea to underline the things so that the same thing you can do the preparation for the exam. If you write the slide content also, there is no problem. But as such, if you go through your book also, it will be good. So coelom is covered on its outer surface by somatic mesoderm. One of them has been not muted themselves. Sounds are coming.
Madam, excuse me.
Yes.
As a host, you can mute to all, madam.
Yes, I can, but I will not I cannot discuss something, or if they want to ask me something, they cannot, no?
No, madam, you can mute for all.
I can mute, but you cannot ask me the things. Is it okay? You cannot ask me the doubts. In the last, I will unmute you. Okay? So mute all. I will doing.
Yes,
I'm doing
and also,
mute.
ma'am, we will send chat if we have any doubts.
Okay.
Message box is there, no, madam. Then we will send it.
Datu. Hello.
This link was made by the university, no? So I cannot mute you all. You yourself check, like unmute, you keep your phones in the mute condition so that it will not be disturbance to others.
Okay, madam. Can start, madam.
లడ్డు నువ్వు అన్మ్యూట్ చేయకు, మ్యూట్ లో ఉంచు. నువ్వు మేడంతో ఓన్లీ కన్వర్సేషన్ అవుతావు. అన్మ్యూట్ పెట్టావంటే మేడంతో పాటు అంటే రిమైనింగ్ స్టూడెంట్స్ తో పాటు కన్వర్సేషన్ అయ్యే అవకాశాలు అయితే ఉంటాయి.
Okay.
Okay, let's start, madam. Start, madam.
So, in the page number 95, you can write that the definition you can write. Then I'm hearing my sounds. Is it clear to you?
Yes, madam. Your voice is clear to us.
Okay. Enterocoelom is the mesoderm sides push outward and expand into a pouch-like coelomic compartment. So for true coelom, you have schizocele and enterocoelom. So you have to write these definitions for that. And coelom is a compulsory question. It comes in short or in long. So you prepare well for this coelom answer. It's a compulsory question. So pouch-like pouch-like compartment pinches off and form a mesoderm bound space surrounding the gut. Occurs in the deuterostomes, that is where we find the mouth and anus, deuterostomes. These are examples of sea stars, fish, and frogs. In cytocoelom, coelom forms, but endodermal cells move to the blastopore and develop into mesoderm. So the mesoderm separates or splits to form a cavity. Occurs in the prostome. So earthworms and snails. Is it clear? Then this coelom, the origin, when we take, here in your book, they have given what are the advantages of coelom, like how the origin and evolution of large-bodied animals with compartment, complex structures. We are able to, in our body, all the body organs have some placement well done in the body cavity, like first heart and then to the digestive system. Everything is arranged properly. So that is the facilitated one, which is forming with this extra space and internal accommodation to digestive organs, excretory organs, gonads. And whenever the development occurs, the uterus is able to expand and able to implant the baby in the uterus. So this is an organization which the facilitation and the cavity formation is able to form with this particular coelom only. So that is the advantages. So what are the advantages and functions means? All these you can write it without any by hearting. Just understand and keep it on the paper. Okay. So the alimentary canal is separated from the body wall and musculature, and it is surrounded by the coelomic cavity and coelomic fluid. And the alimentary canal is suspended in the coelom by a double fold of peritoneum, and which is called as a mesentery. Free movement of the tract will be there with this musculature, and free operation of heart and other mobile organs. They are able to move.
Hello.
Hello. Yes.
Madam, why are you silent, madam?
Yes. Unable to see the screen. What I am sharing?
Yes, madam. Not showing anything.
What you are saying, that is not appearing in our screen, madam.
Okay.
We cannot see, ma'am. We can't see the screen, ma'am. It's not visible.
Okay. Just wait. Just listen in the class. Within 5 minutes I'll start it.
Yes,
Are you able
sure.
to hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So here comes the theories regarding the origin of coelom. So you can write the advantages on yourself, like locomotion, impact of the body wall, not affect the structure and function of the gut. So these are all the advantages you can write. Like coelomic fluid helps in the distribution and transportation of nutrients, gases, neurosecretory substances, hormones, and chemicals throughout the body. So this happens with the coelomic fluid only, not in us, but in insects it happens. So removal of nitrogen waste through various excretory organs such as nephridia or coelomoducts or chlorogogan cells, where we will see in the arthropods. So these are all we can say as an advantages of functions of coelom in the triploblastic animals. Coming to the next one, like seventh one, it's also acting like an hydrostatic skeleton. Means they don't have any skeletal structures inside the body. They'll have outside the body, like annelids and arthropods, they have a wing-like structures and all that, only outside the body. So this coelomic fluid even acting like an hydrostatic skeleton. We can write it. And the coelomic hydrostatic pressure due to coelomic fluid helps in the movement, locomotion, and burrowing also. So each and every, from the vertebrates to invertebrates, you can think, analyze, and write the advantages of coelom basing on the structure of the body, how it is acting on that particular organism and helping out in doing all the functions. So analytically, you can think and write all the functions and the advantages. Next, coming to the origin of coelom. Page number 97. So there is no definite information regarding the origin of coelom, but whatever the conclusions we have, like Nephroseal Theory, Schizocele Theory, Enteroseal Theory, given by some scientists regarding these theories, we are able to come to some conclusion at last on the aspects of the coelom. So coming to the four main theories proposed, Nephroseal Theory, according to this, Lancaster, they say that coelom has been derived from the large enlarged cavities of nephridia. So the nephridia is the origin from where this coelomic cavity has been formed first. That is one theory. Next theory is on schizocele. This there it says that in this theory that coelom is formed from the origin of the split in the mesoderm. Whenever there is a mesodermal layer formation, there is a split, and that has been formed into cytocoelom, where to accommodate all the organs. So that is a one more theory, where in the platyhelminthes it has been started like that. Last one is given by the Sedgwick, that is associated theory with the enterocoelom. And they say that the coelom formation during the development occurs due to the evagination of pouches from walls of archenterons. And this archenteron formation will help out the animal to place each and every organ in that pouch. And like this, enterocoelom is formed, is given by the Sedgwick. So he suggested that the coelom might have derived from the coelomic pouches, and the same thing will happen even in the diploblastic organisms. This particular thing may not be well formed, but in triploblastic we are able to see that thing, and we have come to that particular conclusion. And then the one more theory is Gonosal theory. This Gonosal theory says that the enlarged cavities of gonads, gonads, so that may help out in the formation of the large body cavities, and these cavities may be they're helpful for the coelomic wall formation. And like this, we have come the different bases. There are different theories based on this, where we have come to the conclusion of this classification of the animal coelom. So, multicellular invertebrates are divided into two groups, that is diploblastic and triploblastic. And the three germ layers. Yes?
Classification of animals based on the types of coelomic, madam. What did you say that is not mentioned in our book, madam?
It is mentioned, 98 page number.
98. I am in that page, madam. Classification of animals based on the types of coelomic. But the next page chart was given, but did not appearing very well.
Sir, let madam explain, no sir. Later on, if
afterwards, in the last, you ask me the doubts. Okay? You tick there. You write it and ask me. So these multicellular invertebrates are being divided into diploblastic and triploblastic. Diplo means ectoderm and endoderm. Triplo means three germ layers, ecto, meso, and endo. So these all the things has been explained in this classification, as I have done in the last class, last slide. Then you have to write about this particular classification like this. Like this. This, whatever you are able to see, that classification you write with the examples. The examples have been not given. You can write to that particular thing, the examples. One thing is a must, even though you have PDFs, even though you have a textbook, without you write it on the notes, you cannot able to present it on the paper directly by seeing the PDF or the textbook. Whatever you want to write it on the paper, in the exam paper, once you write it on your own by seeing the PDF or the textbook, make the notes how much you want to present it. Like coelom, if it is given, how much you want to write, how much you have understood. That one you write it once. One time writing is equal to 100 times reading. Okay. Now I have given this. This particular thing you understand, write the examples on your own, and there only to this skeletal structure only, you can, in short, you can write what is a coelomate definition, what is pseudocoelomate definition, what is coelomate definition also. So this gives the full idea of what you want to write in the coelom. So once you write it in the book, what you have understood, that only helps you out to give the confidence to write it in the exam. How many times you listen, how many times you see the PDF, that doesn't matter. But once you write it, okay? If you write it on the paper only, you will have the confidence to write it in the exam.
Okay, ma'am.
So acoelomates definition is given in your books. Then the pseudocoelomate definition is given. Okay. Acoelomate, they have given the definition like coelom means hollow space, and acoelomate animals, the region lying between the outer body wall and the alimentary canal. Hence, no internal body cavity or seal. So, example, platyhelminthes. You can write 1 or 2 examples. And pseudocoelomates also, the definition is given in the page number 101. You can write that particular the cavity formed between the outer body wall and inner alimentary canal is filled with the fluid, and this possessing of such body cavity is called as an pseudocoelomate. Pseudo means the fact that the body cavity is not a true coelomate. Example. They have kept the phone open and they are talking.
Yes, madam. Yes, surrounding voice is disturbing to us, madam.
I will
Hello,
identify.
hello.
I will identify.
Okay, madam.
They all are talking.
Ma'am,
Look at it once
someone
time,
please
madam.
mute everybody, ma'am, please.
I'm unable to do that because the link was sent by
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
That is the better.
Hello. Time.
Please mute
Mute,
yourself.
please
Mute
mute all.
yourself.
Madam.
पूरा फैला दिए वो लोग
Hello, Nasima Nasreen, mute yourself.
इरिटेट करे उसको बोल रहे
Hello,
Nasima
don't
ma'am.
disturb to the class, madam.
Nasima?
Better student.
बोले माम जान ये बात
Hello, Nasima.
नसीम बोली
Nasima?
Hello.
तो आप क्या बोले
Hello.
Nasima.
Madam, you also mute, madam, all for
Hello,
all.
disturb क्यों कर
So
रहे
we'll
हो?
chat the last one.
कब दे रहे बोलो बोल के बोले हो ना
Nasima. Nasima.
She is not listening, ma'am.
आप बोले छोड़ दो बोल के बोले हम भी बोलते
ए आप भी चुप हो जाओ ना प्लीज.
क्या है क्लास?
Ma'am, you continue, ma'am, no
क्लास
problem.
में क्यों डिस्टर्ब कर रहे हो? Hello.
नहीं
देखते बोल के नहीं बोल रहे
Hello, somebody is listening in the Hindi language. Don't talk Hindi language. Hello.
डरा के रखते हैं दिमाग खराब नहीं रहती
She is not listening.
मामी भी बोल रहे थे मैं बोली बहुत इरिटेट करते हैं ना दिमाग खराब करते हैं मेरा बोली
Ma'am,
ऑलरेडी टेंशन है
the admin can mute
हमारे
the.
अम्मी की तबीयत
हिंदी में
खराब
क्यों
हुई
बात
मेरे
कर
टेंशन
रहे
में
हो?
बोली मामी के सामने बोली मेरा
Excuse me,
टेंशन
ma'am.
इतना लिए कि
I
पूरे
will
बीमारियां
call
आ
the
गए
sir.
मेरी अम्मी को बोली
Ma'am, admin can mute others video. I mean, sorry, others audio.
तब हाँ अभी बोली वही बात कर रहे थे ना अम्मी के ताल्लुक से वही के वजह ताल्लुक से बोली काम करते क्या खैर मैं पूछ रहा हूँ मेरा जूता पहले छोड़
Please tell
बाद में
admin
बात
to mute Nasima's audio.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am is there?
Hello, madam.
Salza ma'am?
Hello, madam. Hello, madam. Are you in the video line, madam?
Who?
Hello?
Me?
No.
I think
Sainaja,
ma'am has
madam.
left.
I think so.
I am also there.
थोड़ा फैन खोलो।
Hello, Shailaja madam.
जाने मुश्किल हो रही है।
Hello, Shailaja madam.
Hello.
I think she's not there.
Hello.
Okay. Now it's okay.
Yes madam. Yes.
Call the sir.
वो कैसे जाते हैं लोग? अब ओपन है पूरा।
Even though they are starting, madam. Hello. Even though they are starting.
चाय क्या? कभी पिए, कोल्ड ड्रिंक पिए, खारा खाए।
I think she doesn't know the classes is going on.
पहले खाना खा लेके
Really, madam. I think
that's why
anyone have
the phone on the bed
Nasima number? Anyone have the Nasima number?
But how we can identify that girl? We cannot identify through the online class, madam.
I'm able to see that.
Who is disturbing?
Sir, in our group, her number may be there, sir.
Yes, madam. How can you find that voice is a particular?
Wait, let me check.
Girl.
Wait.
जाओ आप जाओ।
I think he is not under. He is not operating very well.
तो आप जा रहे तो मेरे को कहीं जाओ जाओ उनके डर है। बैठे अभी क्या बैठे वहाँ पे। क्लास चल रही है मेरी।
She's taking class.
Madam, please mute. Madam, please mute, madam.
Hello, madam. You are disturbing to our class, madam. Please mute yourself. There is option in front of your mobile. There is mute system.
Now okay. Is it clear?
Okay, ma'am.
My voice is clear?
Yeah.
Yes, madam.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, ma'am. We can hear, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the coelom formation coming to the coelomates in the page number 102. Come to the page number 102. You have to write about this eucoelomates and schizocoelomates, giving the examples. The nice explanation is given in the page number 102. You go through that, how the fluid-filled body cavity is formed in a true way, and how each and every organ is embedded in this particular thing. All that you can write it, whatever is given in the book. Okay. So now we will see the comparative study of the coelomates. So when we do the comparative study, how the things is been happening to the last, you see the coelomic cavity in the Gynodermata or Arthropoda mollusca, the chordata are considered as coelomates. And here the deuterostomic development pattern is seen. And here we also see the due to the coelomic cavity formation in the annelids, there is no septa in that metameres. The septa formation is happening, and complete metamerism both internally and externally was happened. And from there onwards in arthropoda, this metamerism is the one which is giving an origin to the formation of body, thorax and abdomen regions. In the annelida, we don't find the body divisions. From the arthropoda onwards, we see the body division, and the coelom is reduced to small cavities, and accommodation of the excretory organs, nephroseal development, all that we will see in the arthropoda. And then comes to the evolutionary point of view. There is an detachment of internal organs from the body wall for their easy mobility, and food movement and alimentary canal functioning, and the protection of the internal organs, transport of nutrients, excretion through the ecology cells. These all we can comparatively we can write about the things, how the things are happening because of the coelomic fluid, elimination of foreign bodies and all that. So in comparison, we say that like for example, when we take the example of the earthworm, that is also acting like an hydrostatic skeleton. The coelom is showing the body flexibility due to the coelomic fluid. The body is flexible and it is able to burrow and live inside the mud. And these are the coelomic fluid pressure variations are helpful for the annelids to lead a comfortable life. All these we can write it in the earthworm, regarding the earthworm. Then coming to the Echinodermata starfish. Coming to the Gynodermata starfish, what we will see is the starfish will have 5 arms, and these 5 arms are able to move the whatever the locomotion is taking place. It is because of coelomic fluid, and whole lot of the body is filled with the water only. The water is vascular system is the one which is playing an important role for doing every function of the whatever it has been has to happen. Every function of the starfish is dependent on this water vascular system. How means? Through a pore called madreporite, the water enters into the coelomic area of the body of the starfish, and it is getting circulated whole through the body, and the main organs which are helping out in the locomotion of the water vascular system. And this is how the what we say is in the water vascular system, it has happening through the axocele, hydrocele, and the somatocele. Because of every part of that particular areas are filled with the coelomic fluid and able to help out in the locomotion of the starfish. So, and even we say that this the same way the arthropod, or it may be an molluscan, or it may be an annelida. Everywhere we are seeing that this particular coelomic fluid is the one which is helping out in the flexibility and locomotion. So like that, we will write the comparison by all reading everything. We will get some idea about that. So we can say that how it is comparatively helping out in each and every animal, basing on the structure of their internal organs. The coelomic fluid is helping out that particular organism. We can describe in this particular comparative study. And coming to this particular diagram, how the split is occurring, you can see with the mesodermal cells, red cells. Okay, already ectoderm has formed with the blue cells and endoderm is formed with the green cells. Now we are talking about the red cells in the diagram. The red cells in the diagram are early mesodermal cells. And this is the mesodermal cells which help in the split in the mesoderm and developing the coelom. And how that the development of the coelom has been occurred, and separation of the pouches from the gut is taking place, and developing the coelom is completely shown. You can also use while drawing this particular diagram and show the things very well like this to understand. The examiner will get the impression seeing on the diagram only that you know the subject on the basis of the diagram only. So this is a good diagram to draw. And as we said, the coelom, we can show the differences of the schizocele and enterocoele like that. The solid blocks of mesoderm split to form the coelom is happening here at the base of the blastopore, and enterocoelom or archenteron buds pinch off to form the coelomic pouches. So there is a variation in the schizocele and enterocoele. So this diagram you can show how the variation is taking place in them forming a true coelom. Both are true coelom only, but there is a difference between the two. But as we said, the extra embryonic membranes will also play during the development of the any embryo. This somatoplures, planktnoplure, formation of lateral ventricle, embryonic membranes. And these extra embryonic membranes are the ones which are giving the prostomes and heterostomes. So how that has been helping out in the formation of the germ layers and incorporated within the embryo. And this embryo is able to protected from shocks, outside of the shocks, and any anything, the damage should not happen to the developing embryo is done by the this coelomic fluid or coelom. So the whatever the germ layers are there, they are protecting amnion protection, allantois, water and gas exchange. Chorion also helping in a gas exchange, and the yolk sac acts as a food reserve. So when we say that development features of the deuterostomes, we say that cleavage pattern, that is a radial cleavage, occurs, and the radial cleavage is also the thing which is helping out in invagination of mesoderm, and invagination of mesoderm leads to the formation of mouth and also as anus. So we say that cleavage pattern as a radial cleavage, but fate of blastopore becomes the anus is happening, and the origin of mesoderm pouches of pouches of gut in the endoderm, and coelom formation enterocoele, and larval type pleural forms we will see in the most of the organisms. So when we say that the comparative study of coelom in coelomate organisms based on the origin of coelom, coelomic cavity size, and hydrostatic skeleton also. Hydrostatic skeleton, origin of coelom, and coelomic cavity size also, the variations will take place. And based on these particular questions, like write in detail about the origin of coelom and relative theories, how much you can precisely and effectively you can write it in the exam. You can write. And draw the diagrams regarding that of theories and everything. So this is the diagram you have to draw.
Which diagram, ma'am? These all diagram, whatever in the 100.
So this unit has been covered. How the diploblastic animals formation with the mesodermal cavity and the coelomic formation helped in the large bodied animals, and also axonal and hydrostatic skeleton. Everything you can write. The next class we have to discuss about the circulatory system of Annelida, arthropoda, mollusca, and Gynodermata. Comparatively, we can discuss and write.
Okay, ma'am.
Now here answers 4, and here the picture is been given for 3. Now you can ask me any doubts are there regarding this particular coelom. It is a one full unit.
Ma'am, other than the topic, madam, regarding this online classes, and there will be practicals also next week. So how is it going to be conducted?
Madam, are you there?
So today's topic, if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Or the last class, if you have a doubts, you can ask me. Next week, we'll cover all the systems of this regarding the circulation comparatively, placing each slide side by side, and also the nervous system is there. Short topic of echinoderm larvae I can take now, like unit 8. Unit 8.
Madam, from the next Saturday, Sunday, practical classes will be there, madam. Then how will join this class?
Where? Which class?
From 13th of May, practical classes will be there for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then how we will attend this class, online classes, ma'am?
Online, they said.
No. We have to the physical class.
We have a offline classes at Bro University STML Black this month on 13, madam. So we are going to write on the university how we are not able to join
attend
through
this
the
class.
Online classes. Telling that only, madam.
As much I know, it's
okay.
till now we are conducting only physical classes. Practical means physical.
Yeah.
Physical means
subject to 4
we
days.
have to attend the classes, madam, in the university. We are not able to join online classes, madam.
Together.
So, both the time the two axles are not.
Yes, ma'am. We
conducted.
will be there in the university. No, ma'am. We will be in the university
That's what you are
attending.
asking. Like, if you are in the university, how
Yes,
the
ma'am.
theory classes?
Yeah, there will be a
No,
clash
Yes,
of
we
both the
can
things.
attend online classes, ma'am. Next week also we have online schedule, no, ma'am. So we will be in the university. So how can we attend the
Yeah,
online?
okay. About that, I'll give the clarification in the group. Okay.
Yes.
If
Okay,
you have a
ma'am.
practical, there will not be no theory classes.
Already, bro, in the website also clearly mentioned, madam. There is 2 sections on this month 13 and next month 31. Next month 1.
Okay.
Already
Regarding
mentioned
this,
in our bro
I will
website
ask,
also.
like they will not keep on Sunday, I think. The
They will,
practical class,
without
even
any
though,
holidays, classes is there, ma'am.
Continuously,
Okay,
ma'am.
Continually,
Continuously
yes.
16 days, ma'am.
if in the schedule, Sunday practical class is not mentioned, then only you will have the theory class. Okay.
But there is classes, ma'am. On Sunday, it's class. I
Class
think.
is there, physical class.
Yeah, ma'am.
Then there will be no theory class.
Okay,
I think. Okay. Then also I will clarify. But as such, one subject will be going on, no? So other 3, you how they will adjust or like that, I will ask. But if you have a physical class, 90% they don't keep the theory class.
Okay.
Okay. As
Again,
your
they will
suggestion.
extend this to another 2 weeks. If you
Okay,
miss 2 Sundays, they will ask us to take 2 more Sundays, like that. So I'll ask and clarify in the group.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sure.
But
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
don't miss the practical class as such, because there is a nice facility of metro from Koti, Nampalli, Secunderabad. Everywhere you can board the metro and come to Jubilee Hills checkpost stop.
Yeah, madam.
Okay. Once you come to the Jubilee Hills checkpost stop, there will be an share autos to Jubilee University. You can ask
University.
there.
Okay, ma'am.
By 5-minute walk, you can reach that share autos area, and from there you can come to university easily. So you can board the metro anywhere, like main centers, Amirpet, Secunderabad, Nampalli, Koti.
Ma'am, one question. Classes will we start at 10 o'clock or 10:30?
10:30 only. 10:30 only.
10:30 to madam?
Huh?
10:30 to 4 o'clock?
No, 5 o'clock. They said
5 o'clock.
10:30 to 5.
Okay, madam.
Once in a while, anyhow, the gap is needed for you. You cannot continuously listen any class, isn't it?
Yes,
40 minutes or 50 minutes is more than enough to incept into the brain.
Yes.
Yeah, ma'am.
You cannot sit continuously, but according to the schedule, they have to keep, so they will keep. So I have started 11 o'clock and giving the break of 12. Again, maybe next session will start. Then you will get the break, like that. So as it is, next week you be ready for the 10:30. If at all the physical classes are not getting started. If the physical classes are getting started, we will discuss there only. I'll come to the university only, and we can start there. And you will have the extension of the Sundays. Extension Sunday classes. Okay.
What should we bring for the practical?
They'll have their own, they'll have their own systematic way of taking as many as classes they have to take. So
Madam?
if you miss, we will arrange 2 more Sundays. Yes.
Madam, are you do evening section class on today?
No, as such.
Why, madam? One chapter is over. I think you maybe do another class on the evening section.
I have to take one more session. You are meaning that? You mean that? Maybe link may not open. I'm not the host. No.
Oh, okay. Thank you, madam.
I have, even if I want to take also, I will send the Zoom link on my own and I will cover.
Madam.
Okay, no need to worry.
Madam,
what should we bring?
Once one chapter is over, I think there is evening section. Another chapter may be over by you, madam. But,
just explain, ma'am. You are
to
explaining very nicely, madam.
Ma'am, Shailaja ma'am, can we have your number, please?
Okay. Take.
Yes, ma'am. We would like to ask any doubts there.
Yeah, you can ask. But if I want to, if I miss something or if you want to ask, I will conduct one Zoom link session. Okay. That Zoom link means it will be under my control. You can join and you can clarify and then you can be like total idea about the paper.
Okay, ma'am.
No need to worry. This is a link of this university. If I send
Madam,
my Zoom link, it will be clear to you. Tell me.
Good afternoon, madam. Do you have any information regarding these theory exams, madam?
PhD as such, there is no PhD.
No, madam. Theory
like
exams. Sorry, madam. Theory exams.
PG first year theory exams, ma'am.
It will be in the January, I think.
Yeah, usually in December and January they'll give the schedule.
Ma'am, for practical classes, what should we bring?
Don't